What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about why being boring at 18 is literally a cheat code. When you are called boring or you are boring, that is when you should be building. This is the perfect time in your life where you should be using your time wisely and building in silence. When you are getting called boring, you will be doing the most work. That is what separates you from most people. If you're doing the same thing as everyone else, you're going to be just like everyone else. If you want to be different, do something different. Long-term success is building high-income skills, and that is a process, and that is a hard process. But what I'm doing right now is the boring work. When everyone asks me, Ava, where you been? Like, Ava, you should come out, you should do this and that. I'm building. I am boring right now. I am doing the things that no one probably wants to do, and that's sacrificing a little bit of fun. Well, there's times when, yes, I do want to go out and have fun with my friends because that's still part of life. But it's the sacrifices that are going to get me to the places that are not average for a 18-year-old, 20-year-old to be at. Okay, either go big or go home. So the things that I want, it's not going to be easy. So obviously I can't just take the easy way out. I have to do harder things. And it's very fun, in a sense, knowing while I'm being called boring, I'm building. And I think that that is something that a lot of young people should be doing, especially in this generation when it's so easy to slack off and it's so easy to be lazy. Why would you want that? Are you okay with an average life? Okay, fine, that's all you. But me personally, I don't want that. I've never wanted to be average, and I've never wanted an average life. That's not appealing to me. That's the real boring shit to me, at least. But if you want that, that's all you. I'm not hating on that for you. I'm hating on that for me. I don't personally think that's suitable for me. I can't do that. I've been living it, and I can't do it anymore. I don't want to go to a 9-to-5 job and work there 40 years getting bitched at by my boss. And then I don't want to go home to kids that don't appreciate me because I don't have enough money to get them the toys that they want. That's not the life that I want to have. I want more than that. I want better than that. I want to be able to give my kids a good life one day. I want to be able to live a good life myself in my 20s. So of course, I am doing something different than most would. And that's why you get called boring when you're building at a young age, and that's a good thing. That should literally boost you to want to do more. Because right now, while I am building, in a year or two, my life could literally change. And this isn't something that's just going to be for a year or two. This is something that's going to last for a long time. But all it really takes, a year or two, or a couple months, for your life to really change and turn around. And right now, the boring work that I am doing is the vehicle to get me to the places that I want to be. And getting there is going to be the most rewarding, and it'll be the best thing that I could have done for myself. I'll be able to actually go out in my 20s knowing that I worked for this lifestyle that I want, earned the things that I wanted to have. And if I have to sacrifice a year or two of not doing all the other stuff that everyone else is doing, I'm fine with that. I'm not a huge partier anyways, but I do like to have fun here and then. So, I mean, I'd rather do it right than do it. You get my point. I'm yapping. But my point is that while you're being called boring, you should be building, because you know that there is results that will come from your hard work. Your daily inputs equal your outputs. If you keep up with that, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Just working on yourself while people are calling you boring. When I hear people ask me, like, Ava, like, I want to go do stuff, I want to go hang out, I'm like, yeah, I want to as well, but I have to put these things first before I can go and do that. Yes, of course, here and then I'm going to say yes. But most of the time I have to say no. And that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make now so that I can have fun in my 20s. I can do those things. I can't have the whole table on me. I want to be able to do shit like that. That's honest. I want to be able to do shit like that. Building the high income skill that I'm building now and learning and growing and trying to do stuff for one day my own business, that's what's going to get me to be able to have those fun things and be able to do things that the average person wouldn't do. That's the lifestyle that I will earn from my hard work. It's fun to build something real. I earned this. Whereas a 9-to-5 job, you clock in, do someone else's work, and clock out. And repeat that every single day of your life for the next 40, 50, 60 years. I don't want to do that. And it's not to say that the people that do that aren't hard workers, because a lot of people are hardworking, okay? But I personally don't want to put my time into something like that when I know it's not fulfilling to me. It's like being able to say, I can travel whenever I want just because I can. And I can work from wherever I go. Being able to do that and say that, that's the freedom that comes with this lifestyle. The boring work that you're doing now should be when you're building. Being boring at a young age is not a bad thing. It is a good thing if you are working on yourself. But if you're boring because you don't work on yourself and you don't do anything and you don't work, then something needs to change, because that's going to get you nowhere. And if you want to get nowhere in life and stay the exact same for the rest of your life, do that. Do nothing. But I know so many people that want more. They just don't know how. Look online. Search for different places. Ask people. Ask around. The way that I found that I could do this was by searching online and looking for more and praying to God that He would put me on a different timeline and a different path, because I was so unsatisfied with the life that I was currently living that I had no other choice than to make a change and then start building. It's not going to be linear. It's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down to get to where I want to be, but getting there has a higher reward than what staying the same ever would do for me. Being boring is not a bad thing, and I think that if you want to do fun shit, the shit that you see on social media, and be humble about it, if you want to do that stuff, then I think you can. And it's not wrong to say that. I think it's honest to be able to say that you want to be able to do those things. Like for me, there's so many good reasons as to why I want to be able to have that. And then there's so many selfish reasons for just me. I want to be able to have fun. I want to be able to have a fun 20s. But the most important part is my why. Of course, everyone needs to have their why. Why do they start? Why do they want to have this? You know, being boring is a good thing. In your 18s, in your 20s, when you're a teenager, whatever age you are, being boring, to sacrifice a little bit of time to have a lifetime of success is more than worth it. And I think you guys get the point. So, I'll see y'all.